Hi, Flosstube.
Greetings.
I'm Laura.
Hi, Joe.
Welcome to the Slovak Farm.
I love the dog. I love the dog. I love the dog. I love the dog. The dog's butt is right up against the table. Welcome to the Slovak Farm. Welcome back to all of our returning subscribers. Hey, y'all, to all you new people who somehow found this. This here is a channel where we talk about cross stitch. It's called Flosstube. If you don't know what it is, you'll find out.
You'll find out. Today is Monday, June 15th. Tomorrow is a 2-year Flosstube anniversary.
For you or for when I started?
For the channel.
Oh.
I'll have to look and see when you started. My silly dog. It's Monday, June 15th. That's all I have to say. We've been busy trying to get the house ready to sell, and we're both exhausted and
Sorry.
tired, and I'm overwhelmed. I have cried more than I wish to this week. Like, I want to move, but whoo-wee, the pile of garbage on our curb. Don't underestimate I'm ready to throw all my shit away or all my crap away.
Actually, I'd say about 80% of that is from me.
There's a lot of garbage out there.
Okay, let me see. We got comments from Who's Your Apple, Lynn, Victoria, a couple more Lynn's, another Victoria, Hanging by a Thread,
Gina!
Bridget, Renee, Andrea. Oh, and High Squeak.
And our squeak. We love our Victoria and our squeak. And let's just go into whips, because I don't have a lot to talk about today. Whips.
Yay. Skinny Mindy. I got a little bit of stitching. I mean, my bug was willing, but my body was going, ow! Ink circles, dragons of Sumatra, and I forget the
It's DMC variegated 115.
Yeah, it's on, I don't know who, Thunderstorm.
Picture this plus Thunderstorm. 16 count.
It's Dragons of Sumatra. Da, 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 da.
I certainly hope you guys cannot hear the dog drinking, because she is being so loud right now.
I got a little bit down here, not a lot. As I said, I didn't get much stitching time in. You can ask her. I kind of went into the basement and spent my weekend there.
Yeah, he went a little nuts, and it's nice because the basement is super, super clean. Well, not super, super clean, but
Yeah, it's super, super clean compared to what it
nice
was.
and clean, and
it's clean. Now it just needs maintained because, well, we're trying to sell the house paint.
Which is what we're using. All the dust has aggravated my asthma and allergies, and oh my lord.
Preaching choir.
This whole party. Okay.
Somebody's back for attention.
Someone's back for her attention. Hi, baby.
You know, if you didn't pet the dog, she would have left.
Instead, she's sniffing at my stuff. So, Ice Cream Week for Daily 30. Daily 30 is a closed group. It is not accepting new members. She likes to keep it a small number because she does give away real prizes, which is nice. But she keeps it small so that she can keep it manageable. If there's ever an opening, we'll let you know. I need to find the first bag. Something retro. Oh, I should have told. I forgot I did that for 2 prompts.
Maybe you should write all this stuff out before you start.
Ice cream. So for ice cream, I have a finish. Sort of, kind of. I have a mini finish. Can't tell I'm a little scatterbrained today.
today.
So for my pick for something retro, because my main street is my retro Wellington Main Street, and my pick for something you would take on a picnic, because somewhere in here is the grocery store with apples outside of it. You take apples on a picnic.
Plus, the gazebo is a really nice place for a picnic.
Or things we're taking on a picnic.
Yeah.
I did work on my main street. I did 500 stitches for the picnic prompt, which was a monthly, and 300 stitches for the retro prompt, which was a weekly, or 307 stitches for the retro prompt, which, because it was a weekly, which makes 807.5 stitches total on Main Street this week. And I finished the flower shop. This is on a 14 count hand dyed by the Slovak Farm. I can't repeat it if I tried. Colorway. The flower shop is done. Literally, I had like 5 stitches after I finished the flower shop that I had to do. So I started the sidewalk on the post office. So I just have 2 more buildings to finish.
Yee!
Yee! I am most excited.
Sorry, the look the dog is currently giving her.
I know. This fulfills prompts pretty easily, so.
Whatever you're gonna do when you're done. Start more stuff.
Start more crap. He's not wrong. Okay. Stitch on something that is within something. My creative bug left me, so I just did whatever was easiest to stitch on. For most of the week, I'm not gonna lie. The names of the states are within the borders on the stripes, so that's what I went with. This also fulfilled one of the bonus prompts with one of the states. So I started that. I finished that portion up. So I started stitching the bonus prompt on Saturday. And yes, it was only 50 stitches. No, I didn't get it done because it was that late in the day when I started it. Finished up the bonus prompt this morning and started a prompt for this week's stitches, for next week's stitches. So there is more than 339 stitches on here. 303 of these stitches is for the within a prompt stitch, which is I finished the red stripe up top and most of the white stripe here on the bottom. 30 something of those stitches. 36 of those stitches is for the bonus prompt with the state. That was, I think, what was left of the border, white border here. The letters here. This is for a prompt for Madagascar Week, which I'll talk about when we get there. I've done a hot nothing with getting the house ready to go for sale today because, like I said, I'm emotionally exhausted.
I'm broken. I hurt my back.
Pretty much emotionally exhausted.
I have a question.
What?
How do you hurt your back scrubbing a floor with a push broom style scrubber?
You push too hard? I don't know. Boy, I jumped all over the place this week. I started working on my hot and cold prompt. I started working on my stitch for my something hot and something cold on it prompt. And I was working on my shadowing. One Nation, by the way, is stitched on 28 count hand dyed by the Slovak Farm dirt road. I started my hot and cold prompt on my shadow lane. And I started the fairy on my shadow lane. And that's 1/1 face. Like, her face is 1/1. The rest of her is 2/2. I'm not fond of how it looks. Not gonna lie. But here she is. So I started this Tuesday. I worked on it Tuesday and Wednesday, and then didn't get back to finishing it till Friday. Because that's just how I felt. I was kind of, the skin kind of was. So here we have 316 stitches on her. She is on Hand-Dyed by the Silvac Farm, Cleveland Crud. You can really see her in real life. It's just not coming up real great on the camera. So, I did not put my beads on the top band.
Can I ask a stupid question? It's like just because how far you are along with it.
What?
Why is a nice fairy being abducted by a multicolored UFO?
This is her top border.
It currently looks like a UFO. Anybody agree with me? I'm trying to be goofy.
I know.
And I got more stuff to do after we're done this. I think I'm done the worst of it, though. Thank God.
So, we did that. Oh. And then I did, we have to stitch on something that had something that resembled beans. You know what resembles beans real well?
Farting.
Beads. Miss New Year's Fairy.
I think those actually were the first bees were probably beans.
Yes. So I did.
Oh, it's actually right.
304 stitches on her. 304 beads on her. So all this from here down to what? These guys. So I have the bottom of her skirt left to bead. 304 beads. But this is all I have left to do. No, I take that back. There's a little bit left up here on this one to do. She is on a 28 count Silk Weavers Opalescence Fantasy. This is not a funky needle minder. I actually need to put new tape on it. This is a DIY tacky bob. Cat, I believe her channel is Cross Stitch Chaos, gave me the idea to put double-sided tape on a piece of paper. And it works super well, except it's not tacky much. So I gotta put new tape on it. But it works super well, and I can put it, I just punched out the thing, put some tape on it. I left this part, the top part, without tape, so I can attach it right to the piece of fabric, and it holds the beads. It's fabulous. Makes beading so much easier. Okay. And my final prompt of the week was to stitch on something we could relate to music. And I know I was going to do Lord of the Rings, but it was a rough week, and I was tired, and I needed something simple to stitch on. And I had a lot of fill work left to do on my first block on Shores on Hawk Run Hollow. So
I want to know which of the 7 ideas I say you used.
I think I put down 3 or 4, like sea shanties, rhythmic waves.
Yeah, I'm at work, and she's like, I need some way of having Shores work with music. So I fired off like 7 of them.
Something
Going,
like that.
I wonder if I'm going to break their brain. She's like, I think you're trying to.
This is a piece of 32 count hand-dyed by the Silvac Farm. I thought this was Lake Effect Morning, but this is Cleveland Fog because it's lighter. It might be Lake Effect Morning. Yeah, it's Lake Effect Morning. I was right. So I also did this for 2 of the bonus prompts. The 2 bonus prompts that had something to do with seafood in them, because seashore seafood. But I finished filling in the sun, and then started filling in the water. I have to finish filling in the water, and the outline in the first block is done. I did 321 stitches on it for the music prompt, 52 and 76 respectively for the bonus prompt, for a total of 449 stitches on it. That's my stitching for the week. I did a total of 1,899 and a half stitches. That's what I did this week. It was a rough week.
Yeah.
It was a rough week.
Hey, we made a lot of progress though.
We did get a lot of progress. We still have a lot to do. We're probably not going to have the house ready for sale until June. But such is life.
July, because it is June.
Or till July, because it's... Yeah, you're right, because it's June.
The Lord loves all his creatures, big and small. He's gonna beat me up.
I need sleep. Also, my neighborhood was fireworks heavy this weekend, so my sleep was not great.
You know what? I think I've escalated from shooting it with a fire truck to seeing if I can get one of those fire helicopters they're using for the wildfires.
No lying.
Just crop dust all of them.
It's probably
I
about
can't crop dust.
50% of the reason why we're moving, why I want to move. And it's, like, as far as reasons, it's the top one. I actually was having a conversation with one of the community group leaders this week, and I said, you know, I could probably find a house in our city that could fix most of the problems that I have, except for the fireworks issue. That's not going to get fixed.
Keep in mind, in Ohio, it is legal to purchase, but not illegal to shoot off fireworks.
Although there is apparently a law working its way, again, through the state senate to try to legalize shooting off fireworks. So we'll see where that goes.
You know what? I think they should legalize them and give them the same restrictions as hunting. You have to be this far away from other people's houses.
People don't care. We watched Northwood's Law. How many people do they bust hunting too close to houses?
Yeah, but make it from a misdemeanor to the same type of felony.
So
Put some people in jail. They'll stop doing it.
So my stitching was kind of slow this week. It might be kind of slow this coming week. I don't know. We'll see. Let's go on to plans.
Wait, I just need the disclaimer before I hear it in the comments, because people do that. I'm not against shooting off fireworks. I'm against shooting off fireworks when the burst of the firework covers 9 houses.
I'm against shooting off fireworks on a Wednesday in June.
At 11 o'clock.
Like,
p.m.
Somehow we went from talking about it to a fireworks tangent. But yeah, that's my issue with fireworks, is the randomness of them around here. Like,
you know, if
you're going to get them 4th of July. You're probably going to get them Memorial Day. You're
going to get them the week of the 4th of July. Who are you kidding?
But come on now.
What's really funny is what do you have at 6 p.m.?
Yes. Why don't we move on to plans?
You're the one pressing the button.
Plans.
When it comes to cross stitch, I have no idea. I've got so much to get done, and I actually want to get it done a lot sooner than she does. But that's just because I'm trying to rush myself through it. Otherwise, I'll stop.
I want to get it done as soon as possible as well, but realistically, I'm saying July, so that way if we get it done sooner, I'm
No, you
happy.
see, we have the exact opposite problem. You will keep working at it, and if you push the due date back, it's relieve stress. Me, if you push the due date back, I start procrastinating.
But see, if I set an unrealistic due date and I don't
That's
get
why I'm
there,
not telling you what mine is.
I stress out.
That's why I'm not telling you what mine is.
Okay. So here's my plans for the week. I have to stitch on a whip with something separated by something else.
Your flag. The words in each line are separated by lines.
The flag would work.
This is usually what we do.
Santa's house would work too. I actually did not think of that one. I was going to do something for it, and then I changed my mind to I try to do something different for each prompt. Only because then it lets me touch all of my
But
whips.
right now, you kind of just need to get as much one project and just get it done because it's easier.
But I may just, yeah.
Right now is not time to be fancy. It is time to just do it because you're otherwise you'll stress because you've got a lot to do.
And One Nation is solid color stitching for the most part. Okay. Stitch with red floss. Can you guess what project I'm doing that on?
See previous thing that exactly came out off for that one too.
One Nation. And I'm almost done with those stitches. So
Actually, why I brought it up so that way you
yes.
can do 2 prompts.
Stitch on my most unique whip. I have 2 options for that.
No, you have more than that.
Well, okay, so I have quite a few because I have converted quite a few of my whips, quite a few of my projects, and that makes them unique. But Miss New Year's Fairy is very unique in her conversion to all metallics. I also have my crazy flower thing that I've done all the crazy colors with.
Excuse me.
I may finish New Year's Fairy because I don't think there's 300 stitches left on New Year's Fairy. I will likely finish Miss New Year's Fairy and then go to my Plant Happiness. I also do that where I forget the stuff that's sitting over there in the box. And it's like, oh yeah, I could do that for that prompt too.
And it's sad as I'm the one who remembers it half the time. That's strange.
Love you, honey.
I love you too.
Put stitches into a piece with an animal not found in any of your other whips. My reindeer on Santa's house is the only thing that I have that has reindeer on it because I think it's my only Christmas whip right now.
Oh, you can also do shores to the seagulls.
Don't tempt me.
That's nothing but blue.
That's nothing but blue stitches.
You're welcome.
Oh, it'd be so much easier to do.
You're welcome. And I didn't realize there were seagulls on it until she showed it in our
This one, however, is going to be a challenge.
What?
It's going to be one of the projects that's difficult to stitch on. Especially if I finish Miss New Year's Fairy for my most unique whip.
Okay.
Stitch on a whip that is 2/3 or more complete.
Main Street. You're more than 2/3 done that thing.
You are correct.
Ding, ding, da, ding, ding, ding.
My
ding,
options
ding.
were going to be Santa's house or Nativity, but Main Street I think might win. I think it'll be one of those. We'll see where I'm leaving that one for last.
I will say there's one benefit to doing this with you.
What?
I know your whips as well as you do.
That's true. I will probably leave the 2/3 one until last because if I speed through, if I speed through the rest of the prompts, which is unlikely, but if I speed through the rest of the prompts and I have the time to devote to Nativity, I'll devote the time to Nativity because it really does need attention and it really does need to get finished before the end of the year. Yes, I realize it's only June. I'm nowhere close to the end of the year. But I would like to get it done sooner rather than later, honestly. I have no announcements. Oh, no, wait, I lied. I do have an announcement. As of right now, I cannot get 18 count Ada. I've been trying for almost a month to get 18
Isn't
count
that the
Ada.
most popular?
It's a pretty popular one. It is currently unavailable in any size. 14 counts available, 16 counts available. 18 is not.
What about 20?
28 linen is available. Everything else is pretty much available except 18 count Ada. So, if you go over to the Hand Dyed by the Silverback Farm and you see something and you want it in an 18 count, let me know. But know that you're not going to get an invoice until I can order it because I've already invoiced somebody for it, and in the time it took me to invoice them to pay me, it was sold out. And they had already sent me the money. So, I don't feel right invoicing somebody if I can't get the product. So, I have just said so like 3 times in the last sentence.
That is what this is about. We're selling, so we sell. So we sell. So now you haven't said so the most.
I might have haul next week. I have stuff waiting up for me over at the stitching store, but if she doesn't have the one other pattern that I ordered, I'm probably gonna wait.
Go pick it up so you pay the poor lady.
I'm just lazy.
Do I have to go pick it up? Because you know she'll let me buy it.
I know.
You gotta love it how that's when you walk in and you feel like you're at Cheers.
Pretty much.
Like a Zoom meeting where there was like Cheers on enthusiasm.
What do we want the people to do, honey?
Laugh, love, have a good life. Like, favorite, comment, share, bell notification thingy me bobby. If you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? I'm using for honeyer than this. I'm just out of energy. Not enough energy.
We want you to come back next week. Hopefully y'all come back. To our crazy goofy channel.
Normal is the setting on a washing machine, and it is not one I have on me.
2 years down. How many more to go? Who knows?
I plan on doing this until I have a beard that touches the floor. I can't plan on shaving eventually. I'm just going to give up. You're like 90.
Okay.
I love you too.
Okay. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.